Alright guys, welcome to another episode here. This week we're going to make the fish and chips. It is the dish of the UK. So we're going to show you how to make a really nice fish and chips this week on Prep, Cook, Plate, Repeat. Alright, so first thing you want to do when making a traditional fish and chips is two things. One, you want to get your cod fish. That's normally the fish that is used for. A lot of times in restaurants, at homes, whatever it is, this is the classical fish to use, is cod. And you'll also, for your chips, you're going to use the Yukon Gold potato. This is the best potato to use for fish and chips. Not too much starch in it, holds up right, fries really well. First thing you want to do, grab your knife, a fillet knife is fine. What you want to do is, the tail end of the fish, where the end of the fillet ends, the back end of the fish, you don't want to really use this. Because the problem with these pieces, they don't cook evenly if you attach them to this. As you can see, the fish here is broken into two parts. Take your knife, run it down alongside the spine, right? The vertebrae of the fish. If you can see over here, you see these little white spots here? That is where the pin bones were of the fish. That's where the back fish was. You don't want this. You want to run your knife down along that and cut that out. You don't want this piece because it doesn't taste good. What I'm looking for is right here, the mothership. This is a beautiful loin right here. It's thick, beautiful in color, right? So we're going to take her, we're going to cut her into threes. We're going to do another piece here, and then for this big piece, we're going to cut it down the middle. Cut it down the middle. You have a piece just like this, and you have this piece. So now what you want to do is, now you see all your pieces aren't evenly. That's okay, that's fine. The fillet of fish isn't even. So we're going to take this big piece first. We're going to square this up. We're going to trim it. Take that off. You don't want that in your fish. You want nice flaky fish. You want all white meat. Right? Just like that. Take your knife. Clean off that dark meat that's in the back. Beautiful. Alright. Now what you should be left with is a nice, cleaned, even piece of fillet right here. This is a beautiful portion right here for fish and chips. That piece alone is salivating right now. I am. That's beautiful. So that's what you want. So take your fishes, all of them, round them out, clean up the edges, and don't forget to take off that back piece, right? That dark skin. We don't want that stuff. Right? So we're going to clean up all of our fillets, and we're going to be right back, and we're going to get it on the batter. I'll show you how to make a nice batter. Alright, so once your fish is nice and cleaned up, we're going to salt it a little bit, right? We're salting it for two reasons. One, we're going to input flavor into it. The second reason is salt takes away moisture from the meat. You want this to be a pretty dry fish because you want the batter to be crispy. You want the fish to be crispy. If it goes in there kind of wet and kind of soggy, you don't want that. So first thing you're going to do is we got some flour right here. Just a little bit of pepper and salt. We're going to take that bad boy, put it right in there. Dredge it, right? Both sides equally, evenly. Boom, that's what you should have. Nice piece of fillet, just like that. Second piece, right in. Boom, boom, boom. Dust off any excess. There you go. Next thing you're going to do is you got to make your batter, right? So in here I have equal parts. I have a quarter cup of flour, a quarter cup of cornstarch, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of pepper. Reason that we put cornstarch, because we want a really nice airy batter. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your favorite beer. It can be whatever you like. We're just using an IPA here. And we're going to slowly incorporate that goodness in there. A little bit at a time to see what consistency we're at. So we keep going. Whisk all that up. We don't want any big chunks. You want everything to be smooth. That's what you want right there. Nice little batter right there, right? Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your fish and pour into the batter. Nice and easy, right? Get it right in that batter. Just like that. And then to the side of you, you should have a paper towel or a plate with a paper towel. And we'll lay it right on there, and then we're going to get our frying pan ready to fry these bad boys up. Our oil should be at 300 degrees, not 350. 350, you're going to cook the outside, you're not going to cook the inside. 300 degrees is a perfect happy medium. You're going to take your battered fish, nice and gentle, put it right in. Just like that. Put the other one right next to her, and just like that. Right? We're going to give about 3 minutes and check on them, and then flip them over and see how much longer they need. So roughly about 3 minutes. So we'll check these out and be back. Alright, it's actually been about 5 minutes now. We're going to turn over our fish, and that's what you want right there. A nice color on that. See that brownness? The batter has cooked. The fish is about 95% cooked here. Right, so you're going to leave it in here for about a minute more. We're going to take it off. You're going to put it on a rack or on a plate, whatever you have, with a piece of paper towel underneath. You're going to salt a little bit of it so we can put seasoning back into it. And then we're going to start working on our potatoes. So we'll be back with that. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to get started on making our potato here. We have a Yukon potato. You can actually cut these up if you like with the skin on, but we're going to do skin off today. Now the skin doesn't have to be perfectly off. It's fine. If some of it's on there, it doesn't need to be perfectly clean. It's totally fine. Give this a nice clean. Alright, a little bit. Right there's about good. Set this to the side. Take your knife. You're going to take your potatoes. You're going to cut it lengthwise. Right? Lengthwise. So this is a relatively small potato. We're going to cut this one into thirds. We're going to do one cut, and then the second cut. You see I have the middle piece here. We're going to make an insertion. 1, 2, and 3. And that's what you want right there. You see that piece of that potato? That's going to be a nice fry. Right? So you're going to clean up. I have about 3 potatoes here. You're going to clean up your potatoes. You're going to cut them. And then we're going to take these and we're going to fry them right off. Right? So we'll be right back to that. Alright, so now that your potatoes are all cleaned up and peeled, make sure after you take them out the water that they're really, really dry. You don't want a wet potato in this hot frying oil, because that's some scary business. Lower our flame a little bit. Throw a couple potatoes in here. Carefully. Carefully throw your potatoes in. Just like that. Take your tongue, spread them around. You're going to cook these potatoes for about 8 minutes. On the 6-minute mark, pick one up, see how they look, if they're in color, if they're pretty soft, right? But we're going to go 8 minutes totally. Once these are done, we're going to head back over, we're going to plate everything up, and we're going to get a nice shot of everything, alright? Alright, so now that your fries are all done, you want to start plating. This is the fun part. So grab yourself a plate. You're going to grab your cod, one piece, second piece right on there. And then grab your fries. All I did was toss them in salt and pepper, a little bit of paprika. Just like that. And then no fish and chip is complete without some proper tartar sauce. Right here, just like that. And there you go. Fish and chips, tartar sauce, special UK dish right here. Real good stuff. Thank you for joining us this week on Prep Cook Plate Repeat. We made fish and chips with tartar sauce. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and YouTube. We'll see you next week for another video. Thank you.